Bills training camp is almost here, my friends. And if you're excited for Bills football, smash that thumbs up icon. Let's get at least 200 likes on today's video. I want the Mafia to be heard loud and clear that you can't wait for this season to start. Hit that like button, and we'll get going here on today's show. Von Miller is now a member of the Washington Commanders. Welcome into this edition of Bills Breakdown by Chat Sports. Tyler Schultz here with you. Thanks for joining us. We are going to talk all about Von Miller making this transition to the nation's capital, and we'll look at some top replacement options that the Bills could bring in to take over for Von Miller's services here on today's show. The news coming out late last night that Mr. Miller is going to Washington, the former Bills edge, signing with the Washington Commanders. And I'll say this, for Von, if he wasn't going to play here in Buffalo, this is certainly a good fit. A Washington Commanders team that is loaded with talent. They have an excellent head coach in Dan Quinn that knows defense. He gets to play alongside another future Hall of Fame veteran in Bobby Wagner as well. They got a great quarterback in Jaden Daniels here. This is a good situation that Von Miller finds himself in. He's not an every down player anymore like he used to be, but he can still be used in a key role within that Washington Commanders defense. Todd Pelissero of the NFL Network putting out this news last night. 8-time Pro Bowler, outside linebacker Von Miller is signing with the Commanders. Sources tell the insiders. Miller has won Super Bowls with the Broncos and Rams. Now he'll try to earn another ring in Washington. There's no bad blood here at all for him making this move to Washington, and he also gets out of the division and the conference, so that's certainly nice here. Happy for Von Miller that he gets to still play for a very good football team, but on the other side. So it's all good here, and wish him nothing but the best. I hope he does well in this next chapter, that he can still show something that he has left to offer. I got nothing bad to say about Von Miller as far as that goes. If you were expecting to hear that in this show, you've come to the wrong place. You look at Von Miller and what he's done in his career with the Broncos, Rams, and Bills, a 2-time Super Bowl champion, a Super Bowl MVP, 3-time first-team All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler. And in Buffalo, it was interesting because he wasn't that every down player anymore. But when he was out there, when he was used in 2024, he was still effective in that limited capacity, as he had 6 sacks, 8 QB hits, 7 TFLs, 17 tackles. Go back to 2022, his first year in Buffalo, had 8 sacks, 12 QB hits, 1 forced fumble, 21 tackles, and 10 TFLs. And so if you're the Buffalo Bills, we'll be frank, no one was expecting Von Miller to come back to this Buffalo Bills team. This is not something that you weren't prepared for. But here's another thing, folks. You look at the situation the Bills find themselves in. Remember, the thing that held Buffalo back from reaching their ultimate goal of getting to the Super Bowl and winning the whole thing was their defense. And they could have used some more pass rushers last season. And now you move on, Von Miller's gone. And then Bosa, who you signed, he's already banged up himself, and we don't know when he's coming back anytime soon. You're thinking to yourself, man, maybe we ought to go to the market and look for other options to potentially help out this pass rush. I'll be the first to tell you can never have too many pass rushers, and with Bosa banged up right now you might be saying to yourself, May it would have been nice to have Von Miller back. So in a moment, we're going to look at some potential options of who the Buffalo Bills could bring in. But before we do, are you rooting for Von Miller with the Washington Commanders? Be honest with me. Tell me if you want him to succeed or not. Type Y for yes, in for no. Weigh in and tell me what you think. Folks, I want to make sure you're subscribed to Buffalo Bills Breakdown as we're bringing you news and rumors. We're keeping you up to date on this team throughout the entire offseason. We'll have training camp covered next week as well. And it's real simple. More subscribers means more content. We just reached 5,000 subs, but we're not stopping there. For the best Bills coverage around, you got to be subscribed to the channel, youtube.com/Bills News. Subscribe now for free. You'll be glad you did. So here's some options of some potential pass rushers that are out there that the Buffalo Bills could bring in to play that Von Miller type of role. We'll start with Za'Darius Smith, most recently with the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns. I know he's in his 30s now, but he's still coming off a season where he had 9 sacks. I would put it this way to you, folks. If you bring in a guy like Za'Darius Smith, that's like adding, okay, we're getting 9 extra sacks that we would not have before. And that's what essentially you're doing here. And with having the unknowns of Bosa, I think Smith would be a very solid find to help things out. Jadeveon Clowney, former number 1 overall pick with the Houston Texans, most recently with the Carolina Panthers. He was really good with the Baltimore Ravens a couple of years ago. A lot of folks had given up on him, and then he goes to Baltimore's defense under John Harbaugh and Mike McDonald, and he really shined out there. Maybe he could do the same thing in Buffalo. Matthew Judon, I don't know how he's still available. Great career with Baltimore and New England. Got banged up in his final year in New England, then goes to the Atlanta Falcons last year. Wasn't too bad. I think he could still potentially have something to offer his next team, and I would definitely take a chance on him if I'm the Buffalo Bills. Preston Smith, also another possibility as well. I don't think Preston Smith's too bad at this point in his career. Might still have something he can bring the Buffalo Bills or another team. And then Kazir White, also another possibility as well. I'm surprised that here we are, folks. It is the month of July, and we are just a week away from training camp starting, not just with the Buffalo Bills, but with other teams around the National Football League. And you still got these type of quality pass rushers sitting out there. I think it's worth taking a chance if you're the Buffalo Bills and see what you have. And even if Bosa comes back here pretty soon, just have some depth, have some other guys, some 2 and 3 down players here. I think this would make a lot of sense if you're Buffalo to go that route. Who's an edge rusher the Buffalo Bills should sign? We went over a few names. There's certainly some others out there. Way in the comments section, let us know who you would like to see in Buffalo. Thanks for joining us here on this edition of Bills Breakdown. If you enjoyed today's show, then here's what I need you to do. I need you to hit that like button. That'll signal that you like today's show and you're excited for Bills football. Does that sound like a plan? I think that sounds like a plan. Hit that like button. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time here on the channel.